kinds of operations going in here today. Did you know? Yeah. Did you know? You know what I think I'm going to have you do? And I'll go get those bales. Is that seat right there. You see that abortion you've got right there? Now look. I know we all like to eat. Right? We like to eat. You don't like to eat?
Don't.
What are you, pregnant then? I mean, if you don't like to eat, you're pregnant. So, look at that. That's a square. No, it's not. It's supposed to be round, but it's not. It's square because, well, you see, a little extra around the middle. What happens, and I have the new kit for this. They broke this one off, right? This got busted off, or did we? Yeah. I have you guys drill it out and fix that, right?
That was Cody's and Grandpa did this. I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, well, you guys are, you and Grandpa are a little hefty cinch sacks. You know what a hefty cinch sack is? Yeah. So anyways, hefty cinch sack here, and his grandfather, lift this one. See all this slop? That all has to come out of there. Down there, that one's gone. Those are gone. All right, so this kit to fix this seat, I don't think you can buy this seat anymore, but the last time it was like $5,000. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, $5,000. But the nice thing is, right here, this little thing here, this is called a kit. If you've got a seat like that, like the 7810, 7410, and all those other tractors like that, this is the part number that you need to buy for this kit. And that comes with the lower roller bearings, the little black ones that are round, not square. Not square, right? Not square? What are they? They're not square. So, and it comes with all these other little fittings and stuff in there for, like, I think that's for the air. No, they've updated them. There's little brass gizmos in there. Look at that. Don't ask me where they go, but they're there someplace. There's little brass fittings and shit in there. But all the bushings and the bearings and the rollers and all that stuff. And it even has the new seat. This skirt here, all these little plastic things, when you tear them out, you ruin them. That kit comes with them. I don't remember what that cost, but it wasn't cheap. So we've got that going on, and we got Cody's project here. He's busy building. We're gonna call this thing the last fork. Last fork, right? Or final fork. So this will be the last set of hay forks you ever buy, if you buy one from me. We're gonna show you how it's all put together and how it works. We are setting it up for the John Deere global unit, our global, what do you call it? Global attachment. It can be set up either way. Anyway, it needs to be, but this is what that's what this is for. And he's cut those notches out. Just adding strength. That is 8-inch channel iron, heavy wall channel iron. He'll get that cut up, set in, welded up. And what? Well, you know, you're not supposed to drink and weld. It's almost like drinking and driving, but drinking and welding. I do see a bit of a tweak up there, but that's because
a flat table.
Yeah, that's our fault. But that's our fault. It's our fault because we had him welding on that piece of plywood there, and he's like, "This is not working." No, it's not his fault. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for the twist in it, even though I wasn't here. But I know that was kind of an abortion and a half right there. But anyways, I think it's looking pretty good. We got the devil horns on there. Those are bale turners. We're going to put four spikes on the bottom and 2 for stabilization. Those are there. And the other thing we're still working on, and my wife is coming, she's going to run the loader. We got to put the track back on. Made sure everything was not leaking. Nothing was leaking. Everything was good. And then I had to take the track back off. Me and her did that this morning. And we put the shields and the guards back on. And that's that. So this thing will be back in operating in good function here before too long, like in the next 20 minutes when she gets here. She was going to Flemington, so I'll put that on, and I think she might be here already. Is she here? No, I thought she was, but she's not. So anyway, yeah, gonna This is the new hub, obviously. This is the old hub. You can buy the guts for this hub online. I got it on a closeout. It was the last one that was left, last set that was left. New sun and planets. There's 4 planets in the sun. You just pull that ring out of there and put some air to it. Stand back because the bitch comes off of there at pretty high velocity. We did that before. And I think I am right. That was my wife. Is that my wife? Don't step in the grease. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with him? You got welding people, you got...
Hey, Will. William,
telling you.
what you doing?
Not save him for him.
No, he's done grinding pretty soon.
Yeah, but he's gonna see it.
Hold
he's
on.
gonna blind it.
You're not going to be blinded. You want to go? Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Hold on. We're gonna do something with you. What are we gonna do with you? Look at this. So we got all kinds of operations going on, right? Noisy. Let's put you in a truck. Truck or tractor? Where do you want to go? Oh, we can't go in the tractor because it's got glass in it. What do you want to do? Just be William. Okay. Take your hand out of it. Now you can just leave that thing on. The last time I saw that thing out was about a week ago, so. Good. came packed with oil. Timothy checked it and Grunt checked it last night. But which one of you guys stripped out the damn thing? Stripped the goddamn plug out of it. Hey, what? Did you strip the plug out of that?
No.
The Allen plug? This one here?
No.
Looks like it's stripped out.
It's prior to paint.
All right. Anyway.
I took this one out.
All right. Well, Grant did it yesterday. I bet he stripped it. It looks like it's stripped. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. It could be the paint, like he said. Anyways, we're back together. I do have to make a plate for that because for some reason it's missing. I think it might be there. You know, that's what happens when you take stuff apart and you don't put them back together right away. They go missing. So I'm going to take it over, get some diesel fuel in it, and yeah, get some diesel fuel in it, and then we're going to come back over and grease it and do the final things that I need to do for it, and we'll be good. So we can possibly just do this. All right. What the fuck is that? The fan?
That's not coming from the knife. That's coming from either hydraulic.
Could be. A weird noise, and it's done it a couple times. It never did it before, but it's done it a couple times. Anyway, oops, still seems to be working. Let's raise this up. We're out of here. We're mobile. Boom. Alright, so we flushed the old hub out. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. A couple things with these. I like the guillotine door. I know there's a lot of people that don't. They're kind of confining. There's problems with the guillotine door, and it's these rollers. They suck. They're not built right. The tracks are aluminum. They should be steel. And the best thing to do with those is to actually put graphite spray paint in there. And once you get the graphite in, it will roll just fine, but it wears right here. And there's these plastic rollers. I put this one in this morning, it's brand new. This one here was shot, but I've put it in. I'm gonna spray it again, and that will lengthen the time that you have to change these. The plastic rollers on the outside, they wear off and then they become a pain in the ass. And then you get a headache from the door. So, and they'll come down and hit you in the head. So anyways, we did flush the hubs, and I'm getting too old to be running in and out of this thing, right? That's the new one. It works. I gotta fix that. That annoys me. But Timothy and I just flushed that out with Marvel's Mystery Oil, and then we just replaced it with full synthetic 7590 gear oil and put that in. So now we'll just fuel it up. These are kind of one of those things. Pain in the ass to fill up. You gotta, well, it's no big deal. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, fun times. Hopefully it's working. All right, so what we got going on here is the bucket. The bucket for the skid steer was pretty well shot. The shear broke like 6 weeks before the skid steer final drive finally let loose. So to buy a shear, you know, it's hundreds of dollars to buy a shear for these buckets. So what I did was, Cody was on his way down to get gas for the
for the torches and for the welder to finish welding on that set of bale spears. So I sent him for a piece of 3/4 inch thick, yes, 3/4 inch thick, 6-inch wide flat stock. And what I did was just drilled holes where they belonged. You see, I marked them out real nice there. I drilled those holes where they belonged and bolted that fast. What I did do, which the new shears do not stick out as far as what they should, but this shear here, what happens is they wear on the edges. On the corners, they wear tremendously. And then you'll get that smiley face in the leading edge or the cutting edge of the actual bucket. The shear will wear on the edges, and and then the bucket wears funny. So what I did was simple. I just extended the piece of flat stock, or that new shear that I just built. I extended that clear to the 2 inches out each side. They're 3/4 inch holes. I drilled them, believe it or not, with a 3-speed DeWalt cordless drill. That thing, it'll snap your wrist if you're not careful. If you put that thing in low speed and turn it, it reaches a torquing point where it'll actually shut the motor off, so you won't break your wrist. But for the most part, if you're pretty weak, you'll snap your wrist on that thing. But anyways, I was drilling up to 5/8 inch holes here, and then when I realized I knocked the old bolts out of the bucket, and they were actually 3/4. And I went over to Tractor Supply to get them, because Fastenal's a pain in the neck nowadays. You have to call ahead and then tell them what you want, and then they'll meet you at the door, and I just don't have time for that crap. So I went over to Tractor Supply, grade 8, 3/4 inch bolts. I got them a little bit long. I wanted them two and a half. I think I got 2.5 inch, 3-inch ones. It's a 3/4 and 3/4 is what, an inch and a half. So I got 2-inch ones, 3-inch ones, and then I cut the tips off of I cranked them down there with that 3/4 or 1-inch impact gun, the Milwaukee 1-inch, which will twist those things off if you let it. But then all I did was cut them off with the DeWalt grinder, and that worked out really good. But to drill the 3/4 inch holes, I have this drill. It's a reduction gear drill that will definitely break your arm, leg, and body in half if you let it. But I put the 3/4 inch bit the 3/4 inch drill bit in there and bored right through those 5/8, and it was no big deal. It worked out really good. I actually measured correctly and got the holes where they belonged, and life is good because it worked. Then of course, then Cody stole my skid steer immediately after I left, and he used it to work on the set of hay forks. But anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day.